Hey, welcome back to Mr. CZ Bike. Today I've got the Movcan 2-in-1 trailer wagon, or wagon trailer. I'm not sure how they put it, but it's got the wagon part, or the handle, which is adjustable, which is actually about tall enough for me when it's all the way up. And this is the part that hooks to your bike. And both of these come off. You don't want to use it together. And I'll move the camera in and show you how this comes off and that comes off and whatever. And first, this is all canvas and it's removable. And I mean, there's metal underneath. All these yellow bars are removable. It's just little push pins that go in and then they're locked in there. I think you can see the one that's in the back. And the wheels come off really easy. So when you go to store this or hang it on the wall or put it on a shelf, everything just kind of pulls off and goes inside, which is kind of nice. When you're pulling this around, at least when I started pulling it around, it was just a little weird because I'm used to this thing going back and forth and turning the axle, but this has got the one pivoting wheel on the front. And I mean, it's actually more maneuverable that way, but it still threw me off a little bit for the first time I grabbed the handle. I'll move the camera in so I can show you some more stuff on it. All right, first I want to show you this wheel because this is really kind of cool. This button in the center, you push the button and you pull the wheel out. And you can see you push the button and it lets these ball bearings go in and lets it come out. You let go of the button and now they won't push in. And while I got the wheel off, it's got shocks on both sides, which don't really come into play until you get some weight into it, but nice to have. And these wheels are directional, so you got to make sure you put them on the right side. And coming up here to the front, you have a little pull collar. This is a little bit awkward, but it's nice, and I know you're not going to be able to see in there, but it's the same thing. You pull this back and it lets the ball bearings that are in there fall back in. Well, I guess they still rattle a little bit, but you get the idea. And then you got to push it on. I saw in a review, somebody said that this would fall off as soon as you were pulling it. But I already pulled this off-road and up and down hills and everything else, and it was fine. So I don't think they had it on all the way or correctly. Now, up here at the front, it's just a little pull pin. You pull that out, and that slides right down and off. It's a little bit hard to get back on, I think, after a little while, because it's really tight fitting in there. After a while, it'll loosen up. Well, I'm hoping anyway. And like I said, when you store it, it's only from this black bar on top to the black bar at the bottom. From here to here, it's that tall. So, and everything that's here fits right inside of it. So it's nice and easy to store. It's not that heavy to move around. And I'll show you what you got to put on the bike and how you hook it to the bike. All right, the first thing I want to show you before I put it on the bike is this has got that cutout. It's got this round up here at the top and then a straight cutout. That's so the ball end can go straight in. And then you put this in and catch it at the bottom. So that's the only part that's there. It's on a spring so it doesn't keep sliding back. Just wanted to make sure you could see it, and I don't think I could show you while it's on here. All right, this is the ball end you got to put on there. Let me give you a good look. Here's the ball you got to put on there. And all you got to do is take this one nut off. Try to make sure your rim doesn't move. And then slide that on, put the nut back on, keep the washer on the outside of this. And this is one thing I don't like. I think it may have had a cap on here, but this comes right off. I can see me losing this. And when you first do this, you want to do the whole thing, because this part over here slides up and down, and this thing that's in it spins, and you want to line everything up to where that slot that I showed you is nice and straight and even with that, with the ball, and then tighten everything up, or else you'll have a hard time. So I've seen people twisting the cart and stuff trying to get that to line up, and taking this off of the wagon, and just make sure everything's lined up and you shouldn't have any problem. And that's all there is to it. I think, and the only tools you need is the Allen wrench that comes in the box with it. And you got to put 2 bolts in here to hold this thing on for the wagon, and then adjust these. And everything else just kind of pushes together. And if you're wondering, this is the EB8 from Movcan, or not EB8. This is the EB60 from Movcan, which has got tons of torque. I pulled this out already, and it didn't even know it was behind me. And I had, maybe 100 pounds in it. Well, probably a little less. So I'm going to go inside and cool down. Then I'm going to come back out, take this for a ride. I'm going to try to mount my new camera back here so you can see this dragging behind. But so there won't be any volume, or, well, there'll probably be wind noise, but you won't hear me talking. And then come back and my final thoughts, although I already have them because I already took it out. All right, this is what I got in it. It's 2 or 3 of those store-bought bundles of wood. And I think it's an 8-man pump tent, and my chair, which is hanging off because it's the extra tall one for me. I could probably still fit a 24-can cooler in there or something, but I'm not actually going camping. that's it. I mean, it's easy to switch from the wagon to the trailer. It tracks nice and straight behind you, and it takes the bumps pretty good. I mean, I probably would have took the bumps a little bit better if I had more weight in it. But depending on what bike you have and how much weight you put in it, it's going to affect your top speed and how fast you get there. And my ratchet straps were probably a little bit overkill, but this does have a bunch of spots to tie stuff down with. And that's about it. If you got a bunch of crap to carry with you, this might be a decent trailer for you. It looks bigger than it does online. Or yeah, it looks bigger. It is bigger than it looks online. And thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe. I'm going to put the link for the trailer down below in the description. And if you got any questions, make sure you ask.